Operation Finale. So Operation Finale is a true historical story of Adolf Eichmann and his capture by Israeli intelligence agents. And Adolf Eichmann was one of the top-ranking leaders in Hitler's cabinet during the Holocaust, well, specifically World War II, and personally oversaw much of the bad things, obviously. The movie stars Oscar Isaac, Ben Kingsley, or Sir Ben Kingsley, Melanie Laurent as the lead roles, and the basic plot is this: that Oscar Isaac works for an Israeli intelligence agency known as Mossad. They find out Eichmann is alive, and they go to Argentina. Historically speaking, a lot of Nazis did flee to Argentina after the end of the war to try and escape justice, and the story picks up on this. The movie takes place mostly in Buenos Aires, Argentina in 1960. I'm just going to come right out and say it. I like this movie a lot. In fact, I loved it. There was a lot of tension in the air surrounding the capture of this person. That's the main goal of the movie. Get this person out of Buenos Aires all the way over to Israel so he can face justice and be done with it. This movie is simply a straight political historical thriller movie. And while there is a lot of tension, there's no big action sequences. It's just get this guy and go home. The movie is about 2 hours long, so you have plenty to sit through. It can come across as boring to some people because there's not a lot of shooting going on, but for that, I actually liked the movie and it didn't bother me as much. Actually, it didn't bother me at all. Oscar Isaac and Ben Kingsley, throughout the movie, it's weird, but they have a really strange kind of chemistry between them, despite the fact that they're on opposing sides and one is trying to capture the other person. You could say they almost sort of bond at points in the movie. I definitely like both actors in these roles. It's kind of funny, but I actually noticed that Oscar Isaac does look a bit like George Clooney at points. And I had to really try and take my mind off of that because the similarities between their facial structures, it kind of jumped out at me. The movie also doesn't shy away from some of the really horrific imagery of the Holocaust. They didn't show the entire thing, but they obviously show bits and pieces of it, mainly in flashbacks that were done by Eichmann, Ben Kingsley's character, and it's just about as horrific and gory and graphic as you expect. If you've seen about it or read about it in any history books, you know it's pretty accurate. How does the movie end? Well, if you've actually looked up the actual historical account, let that speak for you. So overall, when I left this movie, it was a pretty quiet movie theater afterwards, but I left it. I was thoroughly satisfied. I was entertained. I said, this is actually really good. And they do deliver the tension very well, so there are moments where you actually think this might not go that way, but it pans out as it needs to pan out. So for that reason, I'm going to give this movie a gold ribbon rating. Okay, so Operation Finale. Have you seen it? What did you think? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? What have you think? Leave me a comment below and tell me how you feel. Also, don't forget to check out my Twitter at AsteroidMike. Don't forget to check out my blog. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you want to see more. Click on the link below on the next page. Don't forget to share this if you want other people to see it. And as always, I will see you around. So until then, this is me saying, peace out.